Late this afternoon, prosecutors charged the suspect, Ahmed Aden, with first-degree murder. Now, according to court documents, witnesses say Aden hit the Toyota Camry that Sheikh Hussein was getting into and then ran over the teen. Witnesses say Aden then got out of his SUV carrying a gun and a machete. Aden later told police that he was looking for 4 people who had threatened to kill him and thought the teen looked like one of those people. This afternoon, prosecutor Jean Peters Baker spoke about the case.
There are not words to express my feelings about these types of cases. But what I am able to do is bring the highest possible charge that I have, murder in the first degree.
We've spent all day uncovering more about the suspect. KCTV5's Janine Kiesling is live with that part of the story. Janine?
Brad, Aden is now in the Jackson County Jail. Those who know him say he went from a devout Muslim to targeting them, saying he believes when he lost his job as a truck driver, things went downhill.
He used to be, yes, he used to be a Muslim guy. I don't know what turn he meant to be this monster. But
it's a question Hussein Muhammad and many from his community are asking today after prosecutors say 34-year-old Ahmad Aden intentionally hit and killed a teenage boy outside a Kansas City mosque. Muhammad didn't want his face shown, but is very close with the teen's family and has known Aden for years.
I mean, the guy was okay back in days, yes, he was fine. There was nothing wrong with him. Last couple of months, I don't know what has got into his head.
Muhammad says months ago, Aden started driving his SUV around with this anti-Muslim saying on back.
I've seen the van, but the SUV.
Neighbors of Aden noticed the SUV, but never really paid attention to what was written until now.
That's bad, but you know, it's some mean and evil people out here, and you just really, you have to be careful.
It's absolutely horrifying. The innocent loss of life, just, it's terrible.
Laura Schultz is the executive director of the Northeast Community Center across the street from where Aden lives. She says there are around 25 languages spoken in the Northeast area, and tolerance and acceptance is a large part of what they teach. But not everyone listens.
The neighborhood has changed, but the needs are the same. Unfortunately, we have a lot of cultures that don't mix well, but many who are learning to.
On November 3rd, a police report was filed where 2 people claim Aden tried to hit them as they stood behind Aden's vehicle, reading that anti-Muslim saying. They jumped out of the way. Then they say Aden pulled a gun on them. According to police, the victims did not want to prosecute. Aden is being held on a $250,000 bond. Reporting live downtown, Janine Kiesling, KCTV5 News, local.
To follow this developing story here tonight, a 15-year-old boy is dead tonight after what police believe was an intentional attack.
It happened outside the Soomaali Center of Kansas City. Fox 4's Megan Briley is working for you live near Admiral and the Paseo, just east of downtown, and spoke to the victim's family.
Very active crime scene here still tonight. You can see police say the crash happened right here outside of this mosque. They say the 15-year-old was here with his father. You can see this is the car that he was getting into when the crash happened. When police say a black SUV hit him, police say the suspect then tried to run, but they caught him and he is in custody. They say he's a male in his 30s. The 15-year-old's legs were severed in the crash. Police say the boy lost a lot of blood, and family confirmed to me that he has passed away. A second person was injured but is in stable condition. Police say this was no accident. Family and people heavily involved with the mosque say a man had been threatening people in the Muslim community for months now on Facebook. Several others involved with the mosque say the same man pointed a gun at them, threatening to kill them because of their Muslim religion.
But him actually come and try to run over kids, that's just ridiculous. Like, who does that? You know what I mean? I'm just very hurt. Our family's very hurt, and I'm praying, and please pray for our nephews.
Family says the victim of the crash, the 15-year-old, is the son of the leader of the mosque here. I did just speak with the victim's family. They tell me that he was brain dead, but they decided to take him off of life support. Megan Briley, Fox 4 News, working for you live in Kansas City, Missouri.
We've learned new details since 6 about an SUV driver who hit a teen and tried to run off. KCTV5's Betsy Webster is live at the Paseo and Admiral. And Betsy, police say this was no accident.
Oh, absolutely not. Police believe this was intentional. Family members believe this was a hate crime. I want to show you down there is the car that the arrested driver hit while two people were getting in. The building those people were leaving at the time is a mosque, and the victim's family says the driver targeted them because they are Muslim. Police won't say if it's a hate crime, but they do say this appears the driver intentionally swerved towards the car where a teen and an adult were standing about to get in after leaving prayer at the mosque. It was 5:23 when this happened. Police say the teen, who was 14 or 15 years old, had both of his legs severed in that crash. Family friends say that teenager's father is the leader of the mosque. The driver of the SUV did run off, but he was caught quickly by police.
I hope that somebody brought him to justice, because my nephew, he's one of the best kids. He's a smart kid. He's a straight up A student. So he really doesn't deserve what happened to him.
Now, family members say they recognize the SUV that was involved in this crash. They say it is this Chevy Blazer you see here. You'll notice there is graffiti on the back of the Blazer about the Quran. Those in this heavily Somalian community here say that they called out that driver at a Somalian mall about 2 months ago for the writing on the back of his truck, and it escalated.
Some of my friends was like, you know, why are you doing this? He was like, I guess things got bad. They started arguing and he pulled the gun.
Now, the SUV, you can't see it. It's hidden behind that semi there. Police will not confirm if the SUV that is here is the same one that you saw in the photograph, but they do say that at this point, the SUV as it is right now does not have any such graffiti on the back. They say the suspect is in his 30s, and they confirm that they did pull a machete from his SUV. Reporting live at Admiral and Paseo, I'm Betsy Webster, KCTV5 News Local, Kansas City.
And friends of Hussein still struggling with yesterday's attack. Today, 200 people from his community gathered. Team coverage continues now with Sayed Shabir, who today spoke to friends of Hussein. Sayed?
Well, Justin, I also spoke with some of the family members, and they are very overwhelmed with grief, as you can imagine, but they are turning to their community and their faith for support. The Muslim community, not just here at the Soomaali Center, but all across the metro, are grieving the loss of this young Muslim man, and tonight they're hoping to raise some awareness to avoid future violence. Nearly 200 Muslims gathered at the Soomaali Center Friday afternoon to pray for the family of 15-year-old Abdi Samad Sheikh Hussein.
Oh, he's a loving boy that was growing and a very polite, respect to everybody.
He's like one of those people who you can go and talk to, and like he was just very good friend.
He was the son of one of the religious leaders at the mosque and was quickly growing into a leader himself.
He used to lead the prayer, and like before he died, he was leading the prayer, then he went outside after like 30 minutes, then the incident happened.
For this tight-knit community, the loss hurts even more, knowing the man responsible had made recent threats against the Muslim community.
And he had signs on his van saying his Quran is worse than Ebola.
The hateful remarks and threats have triggered an investigation from the FBI, and now Muslims across the metro hope to educate people about their faith.
If there is a silver lining here, this is our opportunity as a Muslim community in Kansas City metro area to use this and reach out and educate people and talk to them and engage them and let them know that Islam stands for peace. We are part of this community. We will be here, and we would like to live among this community in peace.
And some of the young folks in the community here plan on hosting a peace walk in his honor. The family tells me they are planning a funeral tomorrow afternoon at the Islamic Center of Greater Kansas City. Reporting live tonight, Sayed Shabir, 41 Action News.